Recorded stuff.
Hello, lovely people. This is Lordstone on the LTV, and today too we have a very insightful conversation, and our conversation will be on purpose and purpose. That is one of the greatest questions everyone has asked throughout his or her life on this earth. So I welcome you to the Let's Talk show. It's a conversation we have about issues of life, and we engage experts and people who are on the field who can really help us answer certain life intriguing questions. And I believe by the time we are done, you will get an answer to one of these greatest questions we've all asked before and are still asking about: purpose. So, I have with me a very awesome lady all the way from Holland, and she is a life coach and an author, a TV personality, and an apostle of the gospel. She's so much loaded. She's so much loaded. She's a musician as well. She sings. She has recorded albums. So she's really loaded. And we want to talk on what is purpose, how to discover purpose, how do we fulfill purpose. In this conversation, just relax. Your answers will be given perfect solution to your questions will be addressed along the way. And in case you have further clarity which you seek, will be available. There will be numbers on the screen that you can call, and we will always be available to help you achieve that. Thank you for your time. Apostle, you are welcome to Let's Talk show.
Thank you for the privilege to be with you, a life coach, a man, a coach, a man that can make your brain see straight. Thank you for the invitation.
My pleasure. And one of the things I have noticed about life is that nothing exists without a source. Human beings just didn't drop from the sky and then became babies and grew to become adults and then die. The phone we use, it didn't just drop from the sky. There is someone we can trace to as the manufacturer of the phone. The computer, the cars, everything we have can be traced to a source. And that source becomes the originator of that thing. And I want to ask, in your view, what is purpose?
Thank you. Today, when you invite me, I stood before my mirror and I asked myself, purpose. Many can say, oh, I have an idea, I have a vision. But what is the purpose of your life? It's something that if you don't stand still, you won't know it. Because you grow up, you go school, you study some skills, and sometimes you just jump in a work, in a job, because of the month of salary you will have. And I stand still, I say, is that really my purpose? Is it true? Or is it I just flow with the flow? And when you came with the teaching that you are giving on the line, when I saw you, I say, hey, that makes sense. What exactly is my purpose of life? I have talents, but what will I do with it? So I stand still and see myself. Do I am walking in the purpose that I supposed to walk in? Or is it that I'm losing my time to jump here, jump that, study here, study that, without to see exactly what I am capable of?
Great. So you've answered purpose in a very nice way, an unconventional but very deep way of what purpose is all about. It has to be with trying to find out why you are on this earth. What are you here to do and how do you do it? Then you made mention of talent and gifts. You
Yes.
made mention of working. So you go to school, you acquire many certificates, and you believe that that is where you should work in. And then we feel that is all about life. Then at a point in time along the journey of life, then we come asking this question again: am I fulfilling purpose?
Yeah.
Great. So this is a two-way conversation. Let's talk show. It's a two-way conversation, and because of my specialty in the area of purpose, I will come in. Then we really provide concrete flesh to help us along the way. Now,
Yes.
like I said in my introduction, nothing existed by chance, or nothing is existing by chance. There is a source to which we trace everything to. Now, it is what the person had in mind and the function it has to produce or perform. That is what influenced the person to design or manufacture one thing or the other.
Yes.
So when it comes to the phone, the person realized that, oh, we need a way to communicate no matter your distance.
Yes.
So let me create something and then communication can take on. And then over time, we realize that no, we don't need to only talk, we need to test, we need to take photos, we need to
Exactly.
watch movies and all those things. So as
Yes.
time goes on, more features are being added to this simple idea the person had about just creating something to talk.
Yes.
The same way when it comes to human beings, purpose of life has to do with the intention God had in mind in creating us.
Yes.
And the same way the features of a phone are designed to function, for which you can easily determine that this is a phone. And there are different types of phone, Nokia, Techno, Samsung, whatever. But they are all called phone, communication gadgets. In the same
Yes.
way, God has uniquely designed us with inherent features, inherent abilities and traits, which will enable us to dispense our energy and be fruitful and productive on this earth.
Yes.
So, purpose has to do with the original intention God had in mind in creating us. Now, the question then is, how do we discover purpose? Because we cannot know the mind of God concerning us until it becomes a journey of relationship, a
Yes.
journey of discovery, a journey of analyzing, critical observation, in order to know, oh, okay, I am good at this, I am good at that, I can do this.
Yes. Exactly.
So that per your definition, it doesn't become because I've gone to this school, I can study this course and then pursue this career. So I follow the flow and I think I'm pursuing purpose.
Mhm.
It is an issue of what is that ability God wired me with,
Yes.
that I must identify, school around with, and pursue a career throughout my life.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Exactly.
So, in brief, yes, you can go on.
Thank you. I believe that sometimes if you talk with a coach, it also helps you to discover at the other side that you have and you don't know about. Because sometimes you are in a job, but outside the job, you are handling in something that is your personality. When you have that and you work into it, it's also the purpose of yourself. Because, example, I have studied different areas, different diplomas that I'm asking myself now, especially when we have one-on-one conversation, it makes my eyes open that why do you have all these diplomas while my purpose is to attend with people by hearing them and give them advice or helping them with muscle pain. Why exactly I am working in a hospital? Why it is not what I desire to do, what I am longing to do. It makes me tired, irritated, because it's not me. It is for the finance support. But if I follow the real purpose of my joy in work, I need to go for the coaching and the massage and the writer that I feel good to do. And I always walk all the time. I do different courses until 1 year ago when we met, you told me, but Shammah, you have to go more in the coaching because that is your personality. I shocked because I know I like to talk. I know I am giving so much advice, but I never stand still that, oh, I have to make it my life, my business, my source of income. When I start doing that, I start feeling fulfilled. I start feeling good. It's like the book of Ecclesiastes 3. You say you have to eat and drink, but for the labor of your hands. But it's so pleasure to work in the purpose of your life. It makes you feel happy, joyful. Then go for a job that for the security of the incomes while you are not happy with it.
Beautiful.
I learned for myself the purpose of my life. Let it be in the way and in my capacity that bring joy for my life.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I like how the synergy between purpose and work.
Yes.
There is a direct relationship of what purpose is to what work and how work must be.
Yes, exactly.
Because the means to fulfilling purpose is through the principle of work. We don't fulfill purpose. No one can achieve purpose in a vacuum. Purpose is achieved through the work you busy yourself doing throughout life.
Yes.
So like you said, you realize that there is a capacity in you, and that capacity has to do with talking to people, massaging and guiding people, and that's where you find joy, fulfillment,
Exactly.
satisfaction in.
Yes.
Now, when you busy yourself developing your capacity in this area, you will find that joy, fulfillment, satisfaction. But what also comes with it is wealth, money. As you develop structures and systems around what you are doing within your capacity of purpose, money then flows.
Exactly.
Because when you dispense a service, you must be paid for it.
Yes.
But the other way around, we have made money to become the determining factor to what we want to do, forgetting that the means to fulfilling that greatest desire of joy, peace of mind, happiness that we seek for is only achieved by the type of work we do along our capacity.
Exactly. Exactly.
So when money becomes a motivation to decide the courses we study and the careers we should pursue, then we are shifted off our path of purpose.
Yes.
And then we are working all right, we are getting the money, but we are complaining, we are
We are
frustrated,
complaining,
and
frustrated.
we keep doing things that we think could help us fill that gap of void of joy, happiness that we are not experiencing.
We are not. We are not. And in that area, we need to be very careful because it brings sickness into your body.
Beautiful.
It brings stress. It brings stress.
Mm.
And if you have a family, you have to give your family thinking about how to survive, to stand up for tomorrow while you are not happy.
Beautiful.
And I come to know that it's better you work for what make you happy than go the stress that can kill you.
Beautiful. And I liked the parts of your introduction of the effect of not pursuing purpose.
Yes.
It brings stress, it brings sicknesses, diseases, and unnecessary worrying about little issues that should not be even an issue at all. We blow little issues out of proportion because we are releasing energy in a field where we are not getting exact satisfaction from. So it leads.
Yes.
And then you also spoke about the synergy, the link, the beauty of purpose and marriage,
Yes.
of a life partner. If you know your purpose, you know the type of purpose you have to pursue, and you are not careful to make the right choice of partner,
Yeah.
you can really be in hell in marriage.
It is because it's also a propose of with the person beside you.
Beautiful.
While I am giving coaching,
Mm.
you will speak with a lot of categories of people, emotion
Mm.
and action,
Mm.
right? Most of people think loneliness make them take a step in. Oh, I have to. I am alone. I cannot be. Age take control of everything sometimes in some people life.
Yeah.
So if you know the purpose why you want to marry, take time to study.
Mm.
One thing I get to know that there is no one perfect.
Yes.
But if the person can work together in the purpose that you two want to achieve, I do believe it will be successful. Other things that I've noticed is in Christianity, there we hit our feet on the stone many times.
Yeah.
Why? Because we say we pray,
Mm-hmm.
then we are not looking. We pray, we are not searching. Pray, we are not asking. Right? We forgot that if you want to achieve something, and if it is this vision that I have that will become my purpose to achieve and make it become my mission, right? And action. There is a place that says faith without action is nothing, is dead. And many of us think that we pray, we let God do it. If it is true, there is another place that says, why are you hiding your talents? You see? So what we need to do is walking, asking, walking, prayer, walking, and get into it. Try it. If we don't try it and step into it, we will always keep in a position that we don't want.
Beautiful. I like the parts of the lifestyle of the Christian you brought into it. That most Christians stand at one place praying to God, hoping that God will do everything for them. And then their desire and vision is about what the senses is desiring to be, but not even what the Spirit is even telling them to do. So
exactly.
Purpose, their vision is outside even their purpose. And because it's outside purpose, we don't have the needed energy that will propel us to take action.
Yes.
And then we keep praying, trusting that God will do it. But in your talk, I got these 4 steps. That one, purpose is what drives vision.
Yes.
If you say you have a vision to fulfill on this earth or pursue on this earth, and that vision is not within the confines of your purpose, path, and assignment, then your vision cannot hold water for the long term.
Okay.
2, that vision is what to drive your mission on this earth. That vision is what to let you define your scope of actuation, your scope of activities, your limit to which you can do certain things, and your limit to which you can refrain from doing certain things.
Exactly.
What are the knowledge base you need to preoccupy yourself with? What is that skill you need to develop and build capacity in?
Yes.
It is vision along your purpose that will determine all this. So that when you have clearly defined this, it becomes a mission. Your life now is set on the path of a mission to fulfill that purpose. Yes. And the quest to fulfill that vision, your purpose is fulfilled. And how do we fulfill purpose? It is when we start acting on those visions we have had clarity on. And when we start acting now, clarity of life and what we need to do, the satisfaction we need to gain, the peace, the financial increase and prosperity we need start unfolding step by step.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So there is much assignment for us to reach a lot of people, to gain clarity about purpose, vision, mission, and why they are here. Because one of the greatest mistakes I believe many people have done is to isolate their fellowship with God, their Christian life, from the institution God has designed for our fruitfulness.
Yes.
So many Christians believe you can only serve God and fulfill your purpose within the 4 corners of the church.
Yeah.
But in God's agenda for humanity, it goes beyond the 4 corners of the church. The church, I always say, is a place to equip us and prepare us to go out there to do the real assignments.
Yes. Because the church is for your spiritual life.
Beautiful.
The Bible says it's good to come every day together to praise the Almighty, to eat together. But the same Bible says that we need to work.
Beautiful.
I write a book that says you can do more than you think you can. And it's special for Christians that sit and think that prayer and sitting. You go into your kitchen, you pray, and you sit. While you have the capacity to call someone and encourage that person. I remember I have coached a lady of 80 years, and she said, Shammah, if I got this years ago, now I am not here learning it with my age. So I came to know that many people think that they know everything already.
Yeah.
While speaking with you 1 year ago, I get to know that I can do more, which I am stepping into it.
Great.
It does not mean because you are a psychologist, you are a therapist, you are a coach, that somebody else cannot give you a hint. And if we are humble and humble ourselves, we can achieve more than what we already have.
Great.
And Christianity has become that many think that they are standing already. It's not good because every day is renewing of our wisdom, renewing of knowledge. And remember, the Spirit of God uses everybody different.
Yes.
With all I am doing, you came into my life as a friend, knowing that you are a coach. Wherever we talk, the words of knowledge that you have inspired me has made me see, hey, I can do that too.
Great.
So we need each other to fulfill some purpose that we have sometimes hiding.
Beautiful.
And if we talk with somebody else and we listen good, we always can unite together.
Great. Great.
Because the Bible says that it's not good to be alone. It's not only in marriage.
Beautiful.
But it's also in relationship, in
Yes.
friendship,
Yes.
in family.
Yeah. Great.
So much ways we can be one and strong in the purpose of our calling in life.
Beautiful. Now, you made mention of the 80-year-old woman you coached.
Yes.
And the woman said her life would have been much better if she had known these years ago.
Yes.
And you also said that as we go through coaching, we are able to discover the other aspects of our abilities that we are not aware of.
Yes.
And that is exactly how life is. As babies, we grow step by step. We start crawling and then we start walking. And then we start going to school. Now we graduate from school. We start walking and we start working. So that is the step-by-step approach God has designed everyone. And you made mention of the fact that most Christians are too complacent in life.
Yes.
They think they already know. So they are still at their same place, praying, trusting, hey, it will happen, it will happen. When all we need is just an information away.
Yes.
Now, it is very insightful that the Bible says that for lack of knowledge we perish. It didn't say for lack of prayer. It didn't say for lack of money. He said, for lack of knowledge. And he says, in all our getting, we should get what? Wisdom. Because it is the practical thing to get.
Exactly.
And how
Because
can we get wisdom without access to information?
you can't.
How can we get wisdom to know the deeper things God has deposited in us?
Yes.
Joshua said, look, though you give me this, I will go and pursue. Despite the age, he was hungry to fulfill the assignment because of the information he knew about where he was being deployed to or about to be deployed to. So, my dear, this is so far a very interesting conversation on Let's Talk Show. And I believe you have already gotten one or two information that will help you. Now, before we continue, I want us to place purpose within a structure so that our audience can understand. One, purpose is fulfilled through the principle of work.
Yes, exactly.
And the type of work we must pursue has to be work that we are already wired with within our talent and gifts. So the clue to discovering our purpose is our talent and gifts. So it is very important that we must take time to discover our talent and gifts. Sometimes when you are finding it difficult to discover it on your own, take a stock, I call it the audit trail of life. Look back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when you were in your teens, what were the things you used to do and you loved doing it when there was no money, when no one was willing to pay you, but you loved doing that thing? Take stock of the opportunities that easily came to you when you have not even written application, but you had it on a silver platter. Those are clue to the purpose work God has designed us. Then also there is a need to pay attention to the comments people make, the compliment people make about us. Oh, you are good at singing, you are good at talking, you are good at writing. Oh, the way you are walking, I think you can do a very nice catwalk, fashion. Oh, you can sew very well, you are fashionable. There are things people say about you.
It's
It's very important to take notice about some of these things. And the last thing is that the things you are so much frustrated about in society is also a clue to our assignment. Someone can be so irritated about how the education system is going. They are not providing quality education. Children are not being nurtured well. Someone is to get so irritated about this. That is a clue to the assignment of that person.
Yes.
Someone gets so much irritated about why salaries are not, you are working, but it's like you are not enjoying the work you are doing. Why people go to work and their life is not being fulfilled? Why are people wasting their energies and life in activities that are not helpful? It's a clue to the assignment of that person. Anything we are dissatisfied about, that genuinely in our hearts we feel it can be improved on, it is a clue to the assignment along our purpose, path, and potentials. So
I believe also that, sorry, excuse me, I believe that the purpose, your talents, and your abilities. Because you mentioned some things, I saw myself indeed when I was in a teener time. I was a model. You will not believe because my status now. But
great.
I was a model.
Wow.
I was a model walking on catwalk, but that one is not for me, not my purpose of life. It was that time.
Yes.
In my youngest age, I was athletic. I ran and I was the first youth winner for my country.
Beautiful.
That one, I still have it because my body will tell me, go and run. Run, keep running, because it's also part of health.
Yes.
But one thing I remember with my 6-year age, I always walk with a pen everywhere. My sister will say, why are you with a pen and a paper? I don't understand. Nothing that you are writing on it. I also don't understand, but I must write something all the time.
Yes.
Today I understand it.
Yeah.
Because I have books. I'm writing books. I am poems, songs, stories. So make me understand that from child, your purpose is this.
Beautiful.
I didn't understand it until you came into my path, make me see it deeper. I thought it's a gift that I have got from God. But when you were talking to me, open my vision, I see, wow, I have to go deeper into this purpose of my life. Because at the same age, I was massage my parents all the time. And I grow up, I'm still doing it.
Beautiful.
Whenever I deviate from this purpose, go to do another job, I am not feeling all right at all.
Oh, beautiful.
Until I take my massage table, open it, put somebody on it, I feel like I am swaying. I get so strong energy that I can go the whole day. So what you are saying, if we can take notice of what we really have and work on it, I believe that we will be more happy. This time of our time is so stressful.
Yeah.
We all need money. We all need something. But it is the divine and pleasure thing to walk in the purpose that makes you feel real happy.
Beautiful. And to add up to what you said, why we feel so much pressure in our dispensation, and this thing will continue, is because many people are not walking on the path of purpose.
Exactly.
So the question is, how do we fulfill purpose? How do we fulfill purpose? Interesting enough, it's very simple. It's to work in the area of your purpose, potentials, and abilities. Is to discover that gift and talent you have, refine it into a profession where you busy your energy pursuing throughout your life. So many people are working, many people are getting huge salaries by the end of the month, but they are frustrated.
It is.
They are complaining, they are stressed from one hospital to the other, and they are doing everything they think can augment to close that inner gap of dissatisfaction they are feeling. So, my dear, the truth of the matter is that the means through which we fulfill purpose is busy yourself in a career where your potentials are being utilized every day, every seconds, every hour. Now, this brings to the fore what many Christians are not doing, which in the near future it will become a great challenge and a shame to Christianity, is that we don't take career as issues that are very important in our Christian journey, in our work to pursue purpose. We don't see careers as issue very important. So we don't even care the type of courses our children pursue. All we want is go and become a doctor, go and become a nurse, go and become this, go and become a manager, a banker. But is those things we want them to pursue, are they along their purpose, potentials, and abilities? Now, currently in Europe, what is happening is that they are building robots to fill many occupations and professions, like automobile industry. Now there's a robot car that drives itself. You don't need a driver to drive that car. It will drive itself. We have in the construction industry, we have robots that lay blocks. Other countries will say bricks. They lay bricks and they will lay it very nicely. So you don't need human labor again. There is something we call killer robots. Some people are developing killer robots that they say, according to them, will kill any person they just desire to kill. There are new technologies that are coming in that are seeking to destroy and isolate humanity from God. And Christians must also give room for their children. We didn't get opportunity, so we also took some different paths. But now that the reality of these things are dawning on us, our children must also be positioned within these professions. So that if they are creating a robot they call killer robots, we can also design something like life-giving robots or lifesaver robots. So that we can design robots that have the senses to save other people's life. We can create inventions that are meant to sustain creation and let God be glorified in whatever we are doing. In accounting field, yes, your child can be an accountant, all right, but should be an accountant of distinction. Should be an accountant who has developed a software to improve on integrity in the accounting field. So it is very important that the means to fulfilling purpose is through the principle of work. And we should not take it for granted. Because when we don't fill the gap, the person who doesn't believe in God, who has not received salvation, will busy themselves creating issues and things that will bring harm and distraction to us. Exactly. But at every dispensation, God needs a human being to stand in the gap, yes, for his purpose and agenda to be fulfilled in humanity. Yes, exactly. So this, what do you think about this? What do you think about the next generation of Christians? And if we don't position them very well with helping them discover their purpose and having clarity of what to do, what do you foresee will happen to Christianity?
Well, very soon we will have a program for parents and children. And I believe it's something that will help a lot of parents. Because like you say, the computer, all this fast system will let the children go to their own way. There is no much attention on children because they go to school, they come home, they are busy with the games in the room. You will be at peace because they are in the room again doing games. You don't have so much view on them. It's happened to many parents. Many parents are single parents too, but they need to go and work and not much attention. But my advice is every time you are free, bring your children close by, talk and see the abilities, see the potentials in there. Because if you have a child that is telling you, Mama, I want to sew, but do not have the ability to do it on school because the regulation of every school is different.
Yeah.
Some school does not have what your child like to do.
Yes.
So how will you help your child to walk in the purpose that she or he wants? How, as parents, will you look to find the what your child will do? If you can do that, I believe that you will help your child to be strong from small what she want to achieve, but to put more attention in what each child needs is the parents' duty to do.
Great.
We need to change. We need to look to our children. It is true that we want to achieve. It is true that we need to work. But it is also true that these children will grow one day. And it is so pity, I use that word, that a child grow in an area just because the school are offering only this. And then you as parents will not push them to walk in the desire that they told you that they want. So I believe it's parents look and hear what the child desire, it will be more effective.
Beautiful.
Well, very soon we will have together teaching about parents and children, and I believe that it will help the community that we are in.
That will be good, and that will be my pleasure as well. Very insightful conversation so far, and I believe we spoke about purpose, what purpose is. We spoke about how to discover purpose. So in a summary, do you have anything to... Okay, let me summarize it, and then if you have any thing you want to add up, and then I believe we've really delved much into this, and we could have another time to talk more about purpose, because purpose is very deep, and we could take it from different angles to really enrich understanding of anyone who watches or our audience. Now, we spoke about purpose, and we said purpose is the reason God had in mind in creating us. And it's also the reason people who manufactured anything you can ever see on this earth, the reason of what they had in mind for creating it is what we call purpose. So someone decided that, oh, we need to sit and then have a nice conversation. So we decided to design a chair and a table, because he realized that we cannot be standing throughout our life. There's a time to sit down. So the person decided, no, let me come up with something. So that idea he had to come up with a chair and a table is the purpose for that chair and table. So we are not living in a vacuum, and whatever reason someone had in mind to manufacture something is what we refer to as purpose. So when it comes to our personal life, God is the one who had this beautiful idea of creating man, and he's the one who knows exactly what he has deposited in us to fulfill. And it is our duty to take time to discover it.
Yes.
So we went to the next step. How do we discover our purpose? We made mention of the fact that first and foremost, take time to observe, analyze, and then patiently discover your talent and gifts. 2, take an audit trail of your life. The past 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years back, what were the things you were doing and you enjoyed doing it when there was no money, but still you were doing it, and you had this fulfillment and inner drive or satisfaction?
Yes.
And then 3, listen to what your friends will say. Oh, the compliment they give you, oh, you are good at this, you are good at that. Yes, take notice of them. Then 4, what is that thing in society you passionately dislike? It gets you irritated, and you get so, you feel like doing something to improve on that thing you are so much angry in your spirit about. It's a clue to your assignment. And then lastly, read the Bible, because the Bible is God's written word. His mind is the written word in the Bible. And as we read it, it gives us the rhema to understand the reason behind the written word, and we can definitely, through these 5 steps, discover our purpose. Then we said, how do we fulfill purpose? We fulfill purpose through the principle of working. So the first task God gave man, Adam, is till the land and care for the things in it. So working is not a white man's idea. It's not some uncle or your father who is forcing you to go and work. It is God's integral ability He has wired us for. That is how come, whether you have been to school or you have not been to school, at a point in time in life, you want to work. Yes, whether you have been to school or you have been to school, at a point in time in life, there is this burning desire and sensation in you to put your energy to work, to receive income from it. So we made mention of the fact that when we are able to pursue our purpose, we get satisfaction, we get joy, and we enhance on the quality of life. Our relationship and upbringing, everything is well coordinated, and there is no sense of competition. Let me undo this person before I can make it another. No. Everyone has a place on this earth to fulfill their purpose. There are resources for everyone to be able to fulfill purpose, as long as we are obediently walking on that path we have discovered about ourselves and what we need to do. And then we quickly made mention of schooling. It is very important to let our children and ourselves pursue courses that are within our talent and abilities, so that schooling can prepare us for the right careers and professions within the ability, purpose God has destined us with. And then we spoke about purpose is what drives vision. Purpose is what drives vision. You can't devise a vision and say that now let me go and discover which purpose should I fulfill with it. No, you discover your purpose first, and then what is that vision that purpose must fulfill. And that vision will give you clarity of the mission your life must be busy pursuing. And then the next thing is take action. Do it one day at a time. Don't wait to have everything before you know that you have to trust God. No, little by little you move, and God blesses our efforts. Apostle, thank you very much for your time. What do you have to say to our audience? Bless them with your last word.
To all, let's be thanks to God, because He's the only author of our life, and He will lead us on the right path when we ask Him what and how to do. If it is someone that have to come on your life to show you that what you can and what you have, you can do more, let He show us that, because He will never leave us or forsake us. That is my last word.
Great. Your last advice is even a topic on it. In summary, we should seek information. We should contact life coaches that will also help us, guide us, discover ourselves, and make the right choices in life. Because, my dear, it is very painful to live your life, and at old age you realize that what have you achieved, and you look back and there is nothing you can hold on to. Your strength is no more there to do what you want to do. It is a very painful experience, and I pray we will not get there, but we'll be hungry enough to add to our faith the right information, so that we have the right knowledge, act on them, and God will really and surely bless us. The greatest desire for God is to see us fruitful and multiply. The same way, I trust throughout, by the means of life coaching and purpose discovery, our lives will be fruitful and multiply more than we could even think and imagine. Thank you, Apostle, for your time. This has been the Let's Talk show. It's a conversation on very important issues of life with personalities that has really made impacts in their lives and on society. I want you to stay tuned to this channel, the LTV. We will come your way with series of more topics that will be a blessing to you. Like this message, share it, and subscribe to the LTV channel. And surely we will always come your way with much information that will be a blessing to you. Thank you for watching, and see you another time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Apostle, for your time.
Bye-bye.